Nice. Recording. Cool. Let's make sure the sound is coming out. Hello, hello. Test, test. Let's see if this guy. Hello, hello. Yeah, it's there. Cool. Also, no pauses. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. We're gonna do a little live stream. Live stream session number 3, I guess, isn't it? What is this? Videos. Live stream session number 3. Yeah, that was session number 2. Cool. Okay. Doink. Hello. Okay, I'm not sure. I can't even tell who's watching, how many people are watching. There's got to be a way. I'm pretty sure there was a place where it shows you how many people are watching, if there's anyone logged on. I know online friends, Chris Estes is on. So thanks for popping on, Chris Estes. So I thought what we do for this little live session, because since I've loaded on some of my comic book haul videos, people have asked me who I buy from and stuff like this. Hi Cryptic, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. So I thought because people have asked me about who I buy from on eBay and how I go about buying some of the comic books that I buy off eBay and stuff like this. I watch your videos all the time, and now I can call everything fantastic. Like you and my friends are calling me out for it. Nice, nice. That was a comment. Sorry, I should say I'm reading a comment when I'm doing these things, because I'm not sure when we load this on YouTube if the comments will pop up or not. Thanks for being here, Fluver. And everything is fantastic, really. Once you start calling things beautiful and fantastic, I think they just turn out to be beautiful and fantastic for me anyway. Most of the time. So what I thought we'd do for this live session is go through the process that I go through to find the books that I do on eBay. And I've already opened up some of the sites that I use to do my searches. Obviously, we're going to go on eBay, and I've opened up a new account here called Chycho Live. And we're just going to do some searches and maybe add those searches to our watch list and see what we find and see what price they go for. Maybe even try to guess what price they'll go for based on previous sales. I've opened up this website, Comics Price Guide, that I use to sort of get a ballpark idea of what comics are going for. I use this, and I also use advanced search on eBay. So I'm going to crack this open as well. I go to advanced search on eBay, and I do this completed listings. If you see it down here, I click that, and I try to find out what the previous sales for comic books have been. We got Comic Book Realm. I usually get to use this to get my ballpark estimate, but maybe if something's doesn't seem right based on the price that it's going for here and the price that is previously sold on eBay, what we'll end up doing is look at the price on Comic Book Realm as well. And I've opened up my comic shop, and I usually use this for any CGC graded comics or anything that I want to get a better handle on what the prices are, especially if they're higher end books. Okay, and if there's any books we want to look up to see who the creators are and if what they're, what the sellers are stating on eBay is actually true, we might go into the comics book database and look up the comic books to make sure that it's the first appearance or if this person worked on it or whatever it is. Okay, so just to let you know, if there's any comic books, how many X's is this? This is a comment that this XXX multiple X person was here on the last session as well. Thank you for popping by. I want to call you triple X, but I'm going to call you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 X's? 24 right now. Nice. 24X. We'll call you 24X. I hope that's cool. Yeah, I only found you a month ago through your comic book videos, and a lot of your videos are amazing. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Share as much as I can, right? Um, so if there's any books, any comic books that you want to look up, let me know. Just post it on the chat, and we'll start looking at certain prices and just to see what we can find, if there's anything you're looking for. And if we find anything, if you want to buy it, feel free to buy it or place a bid. I'm not going to be placing a bid, buying anything through my chycho account because I want to, or chycho live account, because I want this to be specifically for what we're about to do, because I think we're going to do this, um, if everything works out, we'll probably do this more often and start getting a idea of prices and how much books are going for, and start, you know, getting the data to start plotting the data for certain books. Um, Fain for hi Chicho, thanks for all that you do. My pleasure, brother. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I wouldn't be able to do what I do without you guys, right? Without the support. So it's fun doing it, and it's amazing living at these times to have the opportunity to do this, right? This couldn't have been done 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20, 30 years ago, right? So it's fantastic. I hope we'll continue to have the opportunity to do this. Okay. So I'm going to keep on checking back on the chat. Okay. To see if there's any books that anybody wants to look at. But one thing I want to do while we're waiting for any searches that you guys want to do, right? If there's any come up, if not, I definitely have a few books that I do track, and we'll go through that with you guys. But one thing I've mentioned previously, I'm just gonna clean my glasses here. One thing I've mentioned previously is that there are certain times which are really good that I found anyway to do buys online. Okay, for sure, if you're buying electronic stuff or whatnot, I bought some electronics as I mentioned. Um, for this live chat stuff, I bought a couple of cameras and a tripod and a hub and a mic and stuff because of the Boxing Day sales and stuff. But there's certain times that I found which you can get really good deals on eBay, and those happen to be January and February, where people have already tapped out because of the holidays. They've already spent too much. They're paying back their bills. So right now is actually a really good time to start looking on eBay, because I'm pretty sure we should be able to find some pretty good deals. And I'm personally gonna get into buying a little bit on eBay as well, through the account that I actually do purchases on eBay that I've had since 2002 for 15 years, 16 years now, right? So there are some books that I definitely want to search. Oh, that's a lot better. Glasses cleaner. Uh, I've only fully read The Walking Dead up to where it is now. Oh man, you've read more than me. So this is a comment, cryptic. He's saying I've only fully read The Walking Dead up to where it is now, and I want to read comics like Venom or Carnage. Okay, sweet. Venom or Carnage. There's Maximum Carnage. If you want to look at, we can try track that down. There's a Maximum Carnage story arc. Maybe that's what we'll do. As for The Walking Dead, I've read up to still have only read up to issue 68, and I did that years ago. I did a marathon and it took me 2 weeks to go through that. So I'm way behind on reading The Walking Dead, but there's only so much time we have, right? So much time we have. So let's do this. Let's go to Maximum Carnage story arc, right? Maximum Carnage, right? So, Carnage. And I actually don't have this Maximum Carnage story arc. There's a game, Maximum Carnage. I didn't know that. There it is. Marvel. Which issues do they appear in Maximum Carnage? I think it's called. There it is. Maximum Carnage 1 to 14. Okay. Let's take a look at this. I actually don't have this run. Okay. I had pulled out of comic books for a few years in the mid 1990s, or I guess when did this come out? This came out in 1993. I might actually have some of the issues of this. No, I don't think I do. And I haven't read this. I've got the early Carnage appearances. If you've seen the videos, you know I love Carnage, right? I really like Carnage. I think it's pushing the limits of what Marvel and now Disney will ever do with Carnage. I don't think they'll make it R. Maybe they will. I hope they do, but it's not like Deadpool. It's darker, right? So basically, let's take a look at this. So we did a search for maximum carnage. We're looking for maximum carnage 1 to 14. If that's what it is. Marvel maximum carnage lot 1 to 14. Here's another one. Let's open some of these up. Complete set. So right now we have one set offered at 80, and we haven't checked the condition on these, right? And usually there's sometimes stuff printed off. We have the books. The books are the books listed in the photo. All conditions are easily answered by reviewing the photos. This is not true. When they say all conditions are easily answered by reviewing the photos, for anyone saying that, they're not. They should be saying, they should be providing some kind of, let's see how close-up pictures they have. First of all, the bags. The comics are in bags, and it's harder to tell what kind of condition comics are if they're in bags. And you can scroll down here and get better pictures. And they only provide, there's glare here, and they don't provide any, side angles or close-up of the images that they're selling, right? Let's see if this person does. This person hasn't either. And let's see what this guy says. This set is in excellent condition, sold by USAF veteran and Palu, Washington. Smoke-free, pet-free environment. Okay, whatever that is. We always check the feedback that they have, but let's just take a look at from this one. You can tell this guy has side pictures. If you take a look at this one, and this guy's offering us 73. Let's see what the condition is for this guy. This is a full set of Carnage, Maximum Carnage series, all books kept in their bags and boards, and range from very fine near VN. VN. Very fine is VF, so I'm not sure what VN is. Very fine near min, so I'm assuming it's very fine minus, but it might be fine to very fine minus to near min. I'm not a professional grader, so I include as many photos as possible, which is good. And let's take a look at this guy. See other items. He's got a 100% positive feedback rating, right? See his other auctions. He's got 71 auctions, and he's got Daredevil, Amazing Spider-Man, and these are basically 90 stuff. And it looks like he's genuinely just a, someone who buys and sells or has some stuff that he gets rid of on eBay. He's got a pretty big feedback, 389, right? And he doesn't sell that often, and he's been a member since 1999. So if you're buying, that's one thing I do when I check on eBay. I check to see who I'm buying from. If it's a personal collector, if it's, some thrift store that's gotten comics and they're selling books, if it's just a comic book retailer selling it, if it's a warehouse, comic book warehouse dealer that's selling them, right? And that matters if you're buying from those types of people, of who you're buying from. If you're buying from private collectors, if they're trying to get rid of their collections, what you can do is you can contact them and try to get a good deal on shipping. You can do that in general for a lot of people, but you can track certain comics, certain postings that they've done, right? And you can hope that they don't sell if you're interested in them. And the people usually recycle items that haven't sold. They post it again. And if you see them coming up again, if there's a whole bunch of stuff that they've posted that you want to get, what you can do is send them a message and say, listen, I'm interested in buying everything that you're selling, right? Or a whole bunch of lots that you're selling. I can make you an offer, and sometimes they'll be willing to pull down their listings and then put everything into a package, right? And as long as you guys agree on a price, everything into a package, and they'll list it as a package deal for you personally. I've had this happen for me for really good collections. And then you just bid on that, and the deal is done, and they send it to you. And you have to be a little bit careful. You have to sort of make sure that, it is the books being listed that they're going to send to you and stuff like that. But private collectors, they're really good. I've only basically had 2 or 3 issues with eBay, buying on eBay for 15, 16 years, right? Obviously off and on. I've gone through periods where I buy a lot, some periods where I don't buy for a few years, right? Um, so this guy's item I like. Unfortunately, I'm doing my stuff. So I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna continue doing the searches through ebay.ca. Okay. And one reason is I want to show how horrendous Global's eBay shipping program is. Because right now, this item, this Maximum Carnage, and he's got pictures here. Let's take a look at the pictures. So far, it's the best price we've found. This guy's selling it for 100, and he's willing for offers, right? So you can make an offer. If he's selling it for 100, let's see what else is he selling. He's got 43 listings, right? He's got that, this, Necromancer, Ninja High School, as far as comic books go, 13 Superman comics, Magic, Reiki, and he's got jewelry, or she's got jewelry and stuff like this. So this person really doesn't deal in comic books, right? So if they got it listed here at 100, right, and there aren't really good pictures, so you can't really tell. Let's take a look at these. So these ones, just looking at this, I don't know if you, the title for this is Amazing Spider-Man Carnage Complete Set, and it's for, the seller is Kozan under the line Elaine, right? So it is someone just selling some comics that they've had, and the condition of the comics don't look that great. They're probably, as far as grading go, just looking at this, if you're looking at this one, Spider-Man Unlimited, Maximum Carnage, if you look at the number 2, you can see scuff marks on the edges of the comic. So these would be graded at like a 5 or a 6. They got it listed for 100. That's way, way too much. Like if you want to make an offer to get the series, to get the Maximum Carnage story arc, the most I would pay for this, and I've tracked this a little bit, the most I would pay for this would be around 30 bucks or something, right? And I wouldn't even bid that because this person is using eBay's global shipping program. And for me in Canada, it says it's $29 for shipping and $17, $18 for duty. So if you're a seller selling stuff on eBay, automatically when you're using eBay's global shipping program, you're missing out on offers. Okay, really. And all of these people are using eBay's global shipping program. And even this person. But this person, what I would do if I was interested in this, and this person is listed at 73 bucks, right? And I've seen Maximum Carnage go for way cheaper. I've seen it go in good condition. Well, not good, but I've seen it go in conditions of 8.5 or higher for around 46 bucks or something. So I would make an offer to this person, maybe if this stuff wasn't here, if I was desperate to buy this, for like 45 bucks or something, right? But let's make sure that these are the Maximum Carnage. Let's make sure these are the issues. Maximus Carnage. Oops. Story arc issues. So I'm doing a little search of Maximum Carnage story arc issues, Wikipedia, Maximum Comic Line, Maximum Carnage story arc. So we're going to go to Comic Line and make sure that Maximum Carnage begins 14 issues. So let's go here. Maximum Carnage Part 1 begins here. Let's click on that. And it does seem like this is the Maximum Carnage story arc or Maxi series, right? Let's go back here. 1999. Damn, that's right, 24x. 1999 is a long time. I got on eBay in 2002, right? So this guy ahead of me 3 years, which is like, wow, long time ago. You could have bought some amazing comic books back then on eBay. Really, I sold some comics on eBay back then just to try it out, and I bought some comics as well, so it was very interesting. What's up, Chycho? Hope you're doing well. Doing awesome, Ryan. Doing awesome. Thank you. I haven't heard of Maximum Carnage comics, but Seeing the new Carnage comics through your videos you did on it. The covers looked awesome. Yeah, for sure. That Carnage series, I dropped it. I read up to, I forget how many issues, 6, 7 issues or something. But the covers for those were absolutely brilliant. The story arc wasn't bad, but I think later on, after I dropped it, the story started getting a lot better. And that's a little bit of what I read, but it was progressing a little too slow, and it was dragging on a little bit for me. It was brutal the way I like Carnage, and I might go back and actually pick up the trade if they collect it and read the whole thing. But the covers for that were absolutely brilliant, right? Brilliant. But anyway, so let's take a look at, where are we? Maximum Carnage. So this is the comics we're looking for. So we found, right now, this is basically what I do. I found 3 places that are offering it at Buy It Now. And we definitely want to find one that's auction, right? So we have 3 places that's Buy It Now. This one's Buy It Now, this one's Buy It Now, and this one's Buy It Now. These 2 are making offer as well, which is fantastic. Okay. What we're going to do now is go up here on eBay. Go to the top, and we're not going to look at all listings. If you take a look at this thing up here, up top, it says all listings. What we can do is reduce the search to auctions or Buy It Now. But before I do that, I don't want the Sega Genesis, the video games coming up. So I'm going to go on the side here. Oops. If you take a look at this thing on the side, on the right hand side, what I'm going to do, now if this doesn't show up, usually hit on collectibles if they haven't broken it down, like comics, sports cars and stuff. Hit collectibles, and then it breaks it down into subcategories, and I hit comics then, right? And what happens is we're getting the complete comic book listings, just comic book listings, right? Here's a trade paperback, Maximum Carnage, trade paperback, fine condition. That's cool if you want to read that. We've got the trade paperback. This person's in Ontario, and the shipping for this is $15, which is a little steep for Canadian. But if this guy's selling other items, and he's got 100% positive feedback, right? Let's make sure the other guys, that's 100% too. That's 100% too. So $26, this guy's willing to take offers, and it's in fine condition. Fine, which is basically 6.0. So it's not the best of condition, right? Take a look at this one. 10 book lot, Web of Spider-Man. Oh, take a look at this. I knew this thing appeared in Web of Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man as well. Wait a second. So let's take a look. This is Maximum Carnage. Yeah, that's right. So Maximum Carnage, it flipped between all of them. If we take a look at Maximum Carnage, so it's got, let's look at the issues here. This is a Web of Spider-Man #1, or where's Comic Man? Sorry if I'm flipping between too many websites, but this is basically what I do. Where's Comic Man? Did I kill it? No, I killed the Comic Man. But basically, Maximum Carnage is flipping between, you know, Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man, right? If we do here with the, so part 7, where's the start? Part 1 should be, hopefully the guy listed it here. Part 11, part 14, where is it? Part 2 begins here. So it started off with Spider-Man Unlimited being Maximum Carnage #1, and then Maximum Carnage #2 went to Web of Spider-Man #101, right? So we got to keep that in mind as well. So this person is selling the 101s, 10 copies, right? 9 sold. Check this out. 10 copy lot. He's selling 10 copies of Web of Spider-Man 101, which is Maximum Carnage Part 2, for $5. So that should give you an idea of how many of these comics, Maximum Carnage arcs, are around, right? And if we go here, the guy's got lots available. And let's check this out. Check our front back. So this person who bought from these. So there's some resellers buying lots of this, right? And is this person selling 10 of them for $5? You are bidding on a 10 book lot of Web of Spider-Man Maximum Carnage Part 2, right? So that gives you an idea of how overpriced This one is for $100. If number 2, 10 of them are being sold for $5, right? So we're not really interested in buying that many. Let's go back to what we were doing, which is coming back here. We're seeing all listings, but what I want to do is look at auctions, because this is what I do. I sort of try to get a base price of what the buy it now prices are, right? So buy it now price here for $80, $100, $73, right? We got lots of 10 being sold for $5, which sort of puts these guys, the buy it now prices, gives you sort of an estimate of if they're way too high or priced appropriately, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to only limit the search to auctions. So let's do auctions. Take a look at this. The first hit is Amazing Spider-Man number 378 and 379, lot of 2, Maximum Carnage, Venom, near mint, right? Near mint minus near mint, first prints. There's 5 days left to go, and it's sitting at $1.30, right? That's really not the price that it's going to go for. And I just noticed one thing here, which is one thing I don't do with best match. If you're doing a search on eBay, I don't use this best match. I always go ending sooner, or if I'm checking someone's listing, a seller on eBay, and if I've been checking them out, sometimes I flip it by the newest listing, but we won't go down there yet, right? So what I usually do is I go for ending sooner when I do the search on eBay, because that gives me an idea of what the prices are going for at the moment, right? And you can sort of watch auctions being sold. Sometimes just sit there and see, you know, if you're not going to be bidding on them, just to see how much they are going to go for, right? So there's a whole bunch of stuff here. This guy, a lot of 4 Spider-Man Maximum Carnage, number 2, number 4, number 10, and the conclusion for $10, right? No one's bidding on it yet. This one, no one's bidding on it. So we're going to try to find one where there's bidding. Let's check it out. Maybe if there's one that's got the complete arc, right? And we can do a search for lots as well. That's a nice cover. And these are all new listings. Maybe I should have bought Maximum Carnage a while ago when I was searching for it, right? So let's do Maximum Carnage in the search. Let's narrow it down and go lot, right? Sometimes I do that to see if we can find a complete set, and there aren't. Sometimes I go complete. And there's 0 matches for complete. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to ebay.com, because I was searching on ebay.ca. The listings become less, right? So if you're searching from Canada, watch the URL that you're on. .ca usually gives you less hits than .com, but .com you have to read the listings carefully, because a lot of people, or a lot of sellers right now on eBay are selling through eBay's global shipping program. That's not going to be worth it for you unless you contact them to see if they'll give you, ship it to you without going through eBay's global shipping program, or you have to contact them to see if they'll sell to you directly, which is something that I do, right? Oh, none on ebay.com either. So let's go Maximum Carnage lot. Here is Amazing Spider-Man 361. We've read this one, right? Max Carnage Venom, Maximum Carnage lots. Let's check this out. What is this guy listing things at? Lot. He's got a lot here. Oh, he's only got $4 here. This is a one-of-a-kind set, full run of Carnage. Full run. Kind set full of Carnage. The Venom movie, well, okay, he's doing blah blah blah. So it's only got $3 here. It's not a lot. What is this one? Run of lot of 13 Amazing Spider-Man. That doesn't look like it. And I definitely do look. Whenever you do a search, whenever you click on a listing, more stuff pops up here in the middle, right? There's 42 lots here. You can check those out. So let's close this. So right now we sort of maxed out the searches we're doing for lots because I can't find any. So what we're going to do right now is, let's kill this. Maximum Carnage. Let's just do it from .com. And I'm going to copy the Maximum Carnage search, and I'm going to go to eBay, advanced search, right? So let me kill this. Let me show you how I got here. If I go to advanced search, if you're going to find it on the top right, wherever you're doing the searches, right? Let's go here. I'm doing a search for Maximum Carnage here. What I can do is just I can click on this part over here, top right, and just go advanced search, right? It picks up my Maximum Carnage search, and then I go here, I go completed listings. And this is one of the main searches that I use to be able to get an idea of what the books are going for, right? So we're going to search there, right? And see what prices comics have gone for, okay? Oh, let's see, there's some more comments here. So I'm just going to read the comments here. I might be on my end. Oh, let's see. The webcam keeps getting out of focus. Oh, is it maybe because I'm moving in and out? But it makes the whole screen blurry for a few seconds. Not sure why. It might be on my end. BitKate for this one. Ah, Spider-Man, some of my faves. Here's another comment. Anyone a fan of? Yeah, for sure. Usagi, 100%. It's the only comic I ever got into. Hope it comes back soon. They are still publishing it, aren't they? Or did it end? Yujimo, I can't even pronounce it. Usagi Yujimbo? It's the rabbit that's a samurai from the Japanese artist. And as far as I know, it was still going. I didn't realize they ended it. Oh, the video calls from Nyan. Nice to catch a stream. Nice to have you here, brother. Nice to have you here. So where were we? We were Maximum Carnage. Oh yeah, we're doing completed listings. So let's take a look at to see how much the Maximum Carnage completed listings have been going for, right? So Spider-Man Unlimited #1 is the first Maximum Carnage story arc. It went for 99 cents. Now if it goes for 99 cents, something goes for that kind of price. If I've already done a search and I'm trying to get a ballpark estimate of how much things are going for, I click on here and I try to see who bought this, right? So if you go here, the winning bidder is 1. I'm going to click on this. Let's see what condition this was. This was very fine near mint, so it's really good condition. My guess is 99 cents was pretty cheap. My guess is this might be a reseller. Let's click it. Oh no, it's not. It's a collector because their rating is only 31, right? So that's cool. Resellers might already have a lot of this already. Take a look at this. Once you do a search here, you found one sold for 99 cents, Maximum Carnage #1, right? We got another one listed here for 99 cents, right? Okay. And this guy is a major seller. He's got 5,000 plus feedback. And his feedback, if you see someone with 5,000 plus feedback and the right rating here is not 100%, be careful. This guy is 99.8%. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the rating, the number here, 5,015, right? And that'll take you to the feedback rating of how people rate this person. And right now, this person looks like Raichi Day 8, right? So in the last month, they got 140 positive, 1 negative. In the last 12 months, they got 1,100 basically positive, 6 neutral, and 2 negative. So let's click on the neutral. Let's see what they say. And this is their feedback rating. 30 coins. This is coins. 30 item priority box. So this is coins. This doesn't really affect. Full shipping was $25. So the neutral is whatever. We don't care. It wasn't relevant to us for comic books. Not thrilled with the service, and book arrived damaged as well. Won't be returning, right? That's the feedback that this person gave. Give buyer partial refund and let him keep the books. What more could I do? Well, not much more. So the person who got the negative feedback, they left a reply to the person who left them a feedback, right? Which is a good thing. Unfortunately, we can't see what the book was. And this person said, poor packaging, had to message seller to actually ship item, can't recommend. And this person is a major reseller. Take a look at that, right? So I would still be inclined to buy from this person because they don't have too many negative feedbacks. In the last year, they've only had 2 negatives related to comic books, and they replied to one of the feedbacks and they said they gave a partial refund, which is legit, which is fine, right? So 99 cents for the first one. Obviously I wouldn't be buying from this person because they want to charge $18.94 for shipping to Canada. Okay, I wonder how much they're. I'm gonna switch this. Let's check this out. Let's put this to .ca. Okay, and what happens is, if you notice, initially this was eBay.com and it was $18.94 for shipping, but it didn't have the duty listed here, right? Import charges. If this thing sells for anything, I think higher than 25 bucks or whatever it is, there would be duty charges on here as well, right? So if I'm buying anything from anyone that their shipping is really high and they're using eBay's global shipping program, I always look at it from ebay.ca to know what the duty is going to be on it as well, right? But I basically stopped buying from people that are only selling through eBay's global shipping program, right? Here's another one, Maximum Carnage #1. This person is listed at, with a discount, $9.56, right? I mean, look at the shipping from global shipping program, 26 bucks. Yikes. Okay. And then here's another one, Amazing Spider-Man with Carnage Comics Calling. This one is not Maximum Carnage, but this one goes for a high price. I actually don't have these ones. I wish I did. I wasn't buying Amazing Spider-Man during this, or any comics during this period, and I've kept an eye on these ones, but these ones would go pretty hefty. Okay, let's check it out. So these are all #1s. We're not interested in #1. What a whole lot. Let's see if there's any lots that's sold. Maximum Carnage, they're all broken down. Maximum Carnage parts 5, 9, and 13. Here's one. Here we go. Perfect. Now we got a baseline estimate of how much Maximum Carnage is going to go for, right? This one, let's click on it. If you click on something when you're doing advanced search to see what things sold for, the picture is going to be small here, right? If you click on the picture, the image, it gives you options here of other Maximum Carnages being listed, which is really fantastic because, hey, we just found another one which is listed at cheaper price, $64, right? Or $65. So let's click on that. This person's listed Maximum Carnage #1 to 14, full set Marvel Comics, blah, 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 blah. So it's the whole full 14 comics. Again, they're shipping through eBay's global shipping program. For me anyway, we're not gonna look at shipping too much anymore. I'm just gonna kick this into .ca instead of .com for now. Okay. And global shipping program, you can take a look. The shipping charges would be basically 18 bucks. The duty on this would be another $13, $12.80, right? For a $65 package. Okay. Let's see what kind of condition these guys are in. Here's a few other sets that we're seeing here. Maximum Carnage. So for sale, Maximum Carnage. Okay. This is a full 14 issue run that was spread out through the following titles. So these are all the titles that they went through, right? Here's the description for the condition. In my opinion, the majority of these books are in very fine to near mint minus condition. So they're ranging between 8.0 and 9. So 8 and 9, right? And whenever you're buying off eBay, unless you know the seller and they're rating it properly, you should be lowballing what they're saying the condition is in, right? Unless they have phenomenal feedback, which is something we're going to check out right now. Shape with just a couple that may be slightly lower grade. Oops. Couple that might be slightly lower grade. Whenever they say this, the odds are the more expensive ones are the lower grade, right? Overall, a nice set of books that have all been bagged and boarded, which is a huge plus for me anyway, because that means in shipping they're protected more. Let's look at the feedback of this person. They're 100% reseller. They're probably a store. They got 22,000 feedback, right? So let's click on their name. Let's see who they say they are. Actually, let's look at the offer first. They turned down the offer. There's a reseller that their offer got declined, right? So let's click on their book, their name, Amazing Heroes. Based in the United States, Amazing Heroes has been an eBay member since August 2001. Okay. Now let's click on their feedback. Someone with 22,000 feedback, 100% positive feedback. They may still have some negative feedbacks, but it doesn't show up as a rounding up error, I guess. So let's click on their feedback. Let's see if they have any negatives. They have no negatives in the last 12 months, and they've only sold, you know, 900 bucks, $1,000. They got one neutral. What does a neutral say? Tried to contact, never responded. Not true. We sent a reply and listing already answered question. Please read. Good enough reply, right? The neutral rating doesn't mean anything. So I like this one. This one is 65 bucks, right? I wouldn't, as someone in Canada, there's no way I would buy this, right? I don't know what the shipping is going to be if you guys are in the States. The details to the covers are amazing. They look really good. Never mind. Okay, cool. So let's take a look. This was not right there. We're here, right? So what we're gonna do is take a look at this. There's 16 people watching this right now. So this is probably the price range that these books are going for. And remember, we got here through a Maximum Carnage set that sold for $51. Let's see who bought this. A reseller, someone with 1200 rating, bid $50, right? Or it's someone who's collecting a lot, bid $50. Okay, and because of privacy stuff, we can't check to see who this person is. Okay, so right now we have someone with an extremely high rating bidding $50. So that's probably the price range that it's going to go for, which is one thing that I've seen. I've seen Maximum Carnage go for around 46 bucks or so, in the 40s. I might have seen something Maximum Carnage set go for like 30 something dollars like a couple of years ago, right? So this person listing at a 65, they're not that far off. Okay, so let's add this to our watch list. Boop. So we just added it to our watch list. Okay, and if we go to our page, chycho Live page, right? That's our first book that we're tracking. So thanks for mentioning Carnage. We found something that we're going to track. Now what we can do, let's see if this person listed all the books that were listed. Take a look at this. Since this person has listed what each one of these issues are, right? What we're going to do is go to price, a price guide, and take a look at how much these comics are listed for in the price guide. Okay, so let's go here. Let's grab Web of Spider-Man. Usually doesn't go for the most. Usually it's Amazing Spider-Man that gets, you know, is the most expensive. So let's see what the price guide has listed Amazing Spider-Man 378 for. So Amazing Spider-Man 378. Oops, 378. So we put the search there, and it pops up here. They've only listed it for $4 here, right? In mint condition. Okay. Let's look at some of the other ones. Amazing Spider-Man 379 and 380 as well are the maximum Carnage story arc, right? So let's click on here and then go to 3. Actually, no, let's do it this way. I like this way better. 379. Let's see how much this goes for. Again, $4. 380. How much this one goes? Again, $4, right? So Amazing Spider-Mans are just, you know, listed at $4, which means you can get them a lot cheaper. Let's see Spider-Man. Let's see Spider-Man 35 to 36. Let's see how much they're going for. Spider-Man 35. This is the Maximum Carnage one right here, right? Here's Maximum Carnage. If we click on the image, it'll become bigger, sort of. Maximum Carnage Part 4, right? And again, it's listed at $3. So that's not going for much more. 35, 36. Let's see how much 36. 36 is going for $3 as well. 37 is probably going for $3 as well. Well, 37 is only going for $2, right? Okay. Let's see Spectacular Spider-Man. Maybe it'd be more worthwhile buying these individually if someone has listed them individually. Oops, no, we want to go here. So back to the price guide. Spectacular Spider-Man number, which one? 201 to 203. So let's go 201. That's going for $3. 202. That's going for $3. 203. That's going for $3. Okay. Let's go Spider-Man Unlimited, number 1 and number 2. Maybe those are priced high. Number 1. No. It's going for $4 and number 2. Or being price guide listed at $4, right? We saw it sold for 99 cents, right? And being listed at $4. So it seems like there's a premium for Maximum Carnage story arc, all of them being sold together to a certain degree, because there's 14 books here. If we open up our calculator, so check this out. So $51, right? I don't know how much shipping would have been in the United States for this. For $4, shipping in the US is pretty cheap, so it would have been probably anywhere between $5 to $10. So let's round this up to $60, right? So let's say Maximum Carnage sold for $60 divided by 14. So each one they're saying is $4.28, right? Each one of these each one of the Maximum Carnage books. And remember, these were listed, graded at, what were they graded at? These are all really nice books. Every one of them have nice shape, edges, and corners all around. In my opinion, the majority of these books are very fine plus to near mint minus. Again, they're rating them at about 8.5, 8.59, right? 8 to 9. 8 to 9 on these. Here's an 8. Price guide is saying it's $3.20, right? If we do our calculator, on average, each one of those books went for $4.28, $4.29, and we just saw one of them sold for 99 cents. So if you can find a seller that's selling each one individually, maybe you can get them a lot cheaper than what they went for here, which is, oops, where is it? Which is here, which is $51. If you can get 14, each one for $2, that's $28. You save yourself a lot of money, which is one reason I haven't bought the Maximum Carnage story arc yet, because this is exactly what I've done. I've looked at lots, and the lots go for more than what you could get the individuals for. I just haven't had the time to go through and bang out the individuals, buy them individually, right? Okay. So that's one way I go through buying lots. Let's read comment. Let's see what this says. Spacey Cadet. Hey Chycho, how's it going? I find this pretty fascinating. I love your videos too, man. Some of my go-to ASMR bits. Thanks, brother. This is awesome as well. I love finding out. Like, one thing I do when I go to comic book stores, if you see other collectors, or you go to comic book shows, or you talk online on forums and stuff like this, one thing I love doing is finding out what other people are chasing, what other people are reading, what other people are looking for. I found a lot of amazing books, a lot of amazing reads by asking other comic book aficionados, or aficionados of any other medium, what they like. And all of a sudden you sort of use a filter, other people's experience, to find out what might be good to delve into, to dive into and read and whatnot, right? It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So we did Maximum Carnage. Okay. Actually, let's do one more search here. What did we search for last year? Ultimate Spider-Man, Spider-Man Unlimited number 2. Let's see how much that was going for on this price guide. Let's do number 1. Actually, this one doesn't have the issues. So, Maximum Carnage. I think it was the first volume, 93. I know it didn't come out in 93, did it? Maybe. Spider-Man Unlimited. Yeah, this is the Maximum Carnage story arc. And the current value this price guide has listed it at is $5. Let's see this one. I might have these in my collection then. I might have some of them in my collection. They might be buried, right? And this one went for 4 or listed for 4. So, take that as you will. This price guide is listing a little bit higher than this price guide, right? Just a little bit, not much, for the two that we just checked. So let me know, guys, if there's anything else you want to check. The other thing we can do is this. Take a look at this. Again, Spider-Man Unlimited. Let's go to my comic shop, right? And I usually don't do this for these types of comics. I do it for anything that I'm buying CGC or something that is rare. Where are we? Yeah. So we're gonna search for Marvel. Yeah, it is Marvel. We already know that date. Let's just do this search. Spider-Man Unlimited, right? On my comic shop. What I want to do is find out how many of these books have been CGC'd or graded. Unfortunately, my comic shop only lists the CGC stuff. So it is the Spider-Man Unlimited 1993 series. And here's a CBSC graded 9.8 selling for 54 bucks or listed for 54 bucks. Here they are in very fine condition from my comic shop selling for 380, right? This one isn't even CGC'd, selling for 28 bucks. That's crazy. Yeah, this is a variant cover, I think. So what is this one? Oh, this is only 10,000 copies, signed and numbered. Okay. Wow, take a look at this one. For some reason, the number 2 is selling for a lot more, or being listed for a lot more. So Ultimate Spider-Man number 2 in very fine condition is $960. Maybe we should check that out on eBay. Let's check this out on eBay. Go to Spider-Man Unlimited number 2. Let's see how much that's selling for. Number 1, 2, 3 for 20 bucks. $10 from my comic shop. Yeah, that's what they're selling it. Here's a couple of copies of Spider-Man Unlimited number 1. My comic shop 6. Come on. Here's someone else selling it for 9 bucks. So maybe this is one of the issues that's selling for more because Venom appears in it. Right? Maybe. We see. Here's number 1 and 2 selling for 9 bucks. Listed for 9 bucks, not selling for 9 bucks. Let's go back up here. And on eBay, they got a little arrow up here that you can click on. It takes you straight to the top. I'm going to go to Advanced Search. And I'm going to do completed listings for Spider-Man Unlimited number 2. Right? Doink. Oh, look at this. Spider-Man Unlimited number 2, 8 near mint copies sold for best offer. When it's crossed out like this, $38.75. If we click on it, it won't tell you the price that it's sold for, but it's sold for best price when it's clicked. And they were in near mint condition. That's pretty good. 8 copies. What does that come out to? 39 divided by 8. Well, 40 divided by 8 is $5 a pop, right? And just looking to see if any more of these sold. Didn't sell for $5. 14 of 14. Is that part 14? Is that the last part? Let's click on it. Let's see. Oh, small picture. Let's take a look at this. I just want to see if this is part 14. Yeah, this is the conclusion. If we zoom on the picture, you see Maximum Carnage in the picture. The awesome conclusion. So maybe the last issue is going for more. I don't know. Okay. So that's our little search that we use. Let's just go back here. Go back to the search. Start off with something clean. Let's see. There's a couple more comments. Let's just read those. Oops. I've never really read any comics, but watching your videos definitely makes me want to start. I know there's so many great stories I'm missing out. Yeah, crazy amount of stories being told, amazing stories being told. One of the best ones, I'm just going to do a little pump here, but one of the best issues I read that came out last week. So what is this? We're in December 30th. So an amazing issue that came out on December 27th was Exo Man of War number 10. It's a great jumping on point. What a beautiful artwork. Wow. Beautiful world they created. It's amazing science fiction. And I love science fiction. And Exo Man of War wasn't even in it. And it was a beautifully drawn, beautifully told, and it introduced, I believe it's the introduction. I haven't read the last few issues. I sort of fell behind with Exo Man of War, and I just picked it up with issue number 10 because it's a new story arc. And I think it's the introduction of some new characters. And within one issue, all of a sudden, you really like these characters, even though they're the villains, all right? And what they do in that issue is insane. It's crazy, right? It's a fantastic read. If you like sci-fi. As for the comment, I think it was Geomancer or something that you read, and that was really good. Yeah, that was Legends of the Geomancer 1 to 4. It's from the same company that put out the comic that I just mentioned, Exo Man of War number 10. Legends of the Geomancer was fantastic. And just to let you know, this is something I just dealt with today. Whenever I see any comments on forums regarding Legends of the Geomancer, I always post a link to the CEO, Danish, the CEO of Valiant, on Twitter, saying that he's okay with people downloading and reading Legends of the Geomancer, because what Valiant did with that 4-issue run, they made it limited. They said they would never print it again, they would never release it again, and it was only limited to people who ordered. For number 1, it was 25 copies of all Book of Death, and then for 2, 3, and 4 were 10 copies, so it was incentive cover. So it's a fantastic story. That's one reason I read the complete arc, the complete miniseries, and I never will do that again unless it's books that are in creative, in the public domain, or books that I've been given the permission to read the whole thing, right? Story arc anyway. One comics I'm okay with because those are basically teasers, sort of promotion, sort of promoting a certain company, promoting certain character, right? But I read those issues and I found a link to a, let's say, pirate site, I guess, sort of like a Pirate Bay, but for comic books, I guess. But I didn't know that. So I linked someone on a forum asked about Legends of the Geomancer, asked if they could get it, and someone mentioned that you couldn't buy it. You would have to buy it on eBay or something like this. They didn't talk about eBay. That's usually where the discussion goes. So on a comic book forum, I posted a link to the CEO of Valiant saying he was okay with people finding copies of Legends of the Geomancer to read him online. And then after that, I posted a link to the pirate site that had the comics available for reading. And very soon, within a couple of hours, I got banned from that comic book forum. And if you want, I've contacted the mods to see if they'll unban me. But I don't think they will. They might. If they do, fantastic. But if they don't, I'm gonna have to find another comic book forum to go to. So if there's any comic book forums that you guys go to, let me know, and I'll check them out, right? And the comic book forum that I got banned on is Reddit /comic books, right? So I've officially, as of today, been banned from Reddit /comic books, which is quite unfortunate because I've used that site a lot, and I will still continue to go there read. But Reddit I've been stepping away from. I used to go to a lot of subreddits. Now I'm down to, with being banned on this one, I'm down to like 3 subreddits I go to now, and I've contributed a lot, commenting and stuff like this. So that's sort of what, just talking about going off on a tangent on Legends of Geomancer. So that's something I was dealing with today, contacting them on saying, look guys, it's not available. The CEO is okay with reading it. You can't just be so draconian. I didn't say this because I don't want to. I want to be unbanned, but it is what it is, right? The copyright laws, I believe, are insane, um, that we have to deal with. But fantastic comic book series. What a fantastic comic book story arc. Beautiful art, beautiful storytelling. Hi Chycho, thank you for producing my favorite ASMR content. You're a terrific human. Well, thank you for the love, man. I try my best to be good. Yes, if that's the one way we could put it. Gonna have to search up that comic you just mentioned. Sounds interesting. Legends of the Geomancer. You know what? Oh, I don't have the links here to the pirate thing, where you can read them, but I'm pretty sure it's View Comics, I believe. Oh, I think I'm buffering. Oh, maybe we have too many things open. Okay, let's kill this. Let's kill this. No, okay, we're not buffering anymore. Okay, let's kill this as well. That way we're not taking up band space, right? No, there's buffering going on. Hopefully you guys aren't getting too much buffering. I just noticed the buffering from my end. But it's Comic View, I think. Let's see. comicsview.com. Hey. Okay. Are we buffering? Am I losing my connection? Let's see. Hold on. Let's do a little data test. Test my speed. Test my internet. Combined test. This might slow down the stream a little bit, so I'm just gonna test it. The buffering only lasted 5 seconds. You're good. Okay, awesome. Thanks a lot, Lance. Needed to check it. Let's see. How come this isn't coming up? Okay, let's do this. Comics View. I think that's the site. View Comics Online. Yes, this is it. You can actually read Exo Man of War number 10 here. Okay, right here. Just to give you a feel. Like, again, if you like publishers, if you love the books that you're reading, if you want to support them, for sure buy the books. Like, I actually ended up on Wednesday morning reading this because for some reason I came to the site. I'm not sure why. Someone linked it. Someone was talking about it on another forum. Someone was talking about Exo Man of War number 10. And I found myself here and I actually read it here, but I still went in and bought Exo Man of War number 10, and I actually bought 2 copies of it. I bought the bundle package and I bought a regular cover. It wasn't this cover, it was another cover that I bought. Okay, and beautiful. And let me show you the artwork on this, right? This is the artwork. It's complete sci-fi. It's beautiful, beautiful sci-fi. Like, it's some of the best sci-fi you'll ever read, right? In comic books. Or yeah, it's amazing sci-fi. And look at I'm giving you a little bit of spoiler, but look at this creature that they've got. The artwork for it. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And you can actually find Legends of the Geomancer here if you want to read it. Legends of the Geomancer. I'm not sure if we can find it like this. Might be able to. Legends of the Geomancer. Do we have it? Oh, there it is. So if you want to read Legends of the Geomancer, here's where you can read them. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. And of course, I put out the videos for these as well. Okay. So let's end that there. Doop, doop. Okay, cool. The buffering is all good. Okay. So one thing, since nothing else has come up that people want to search, let me show you one other way I buy comics, which I've bought some amazing comic books. I've bought some amazing deals online by doing this kind of search, and it's becoming less and less so now. In a few years ago, it was a lot easier to find these lots to buy, these packages to buy. It takes a little bit of time to track them down. And you do have to do a little bit of, yeah, the speed's good. A little bit of searching to buy these, but you can find some amazing deals. And I basically just go comic book lot, and I do a comic book lot and see what shows up. And I never do best match. I always go ending sooner, okay? Because that's really what I want to track, okay? And what I do, I start scrolling and looking for listings that really don't have Marvel, DC, or anything in them. What I look for is basically, and I don't buy surprise packages off anyone. There's a lot of people selling, um, they say they have a huge collection and you can buy, you're bidding on getting 25 books and it's the seller's choice of what you get. It could be fun, but I have enough comic books. I don't need to do that. I don't want to do that. Crimson, so there's some lots that you can see here. Crimson, Cliffhanger, Image Comics, book large lot, 1, 2, 3. This is like a whole bunch of books. But what I usually look for is comic lot that is randoms that are from silver, bronze, even golden age. And I've bought small boxes and sometimes long boxes, okay, short boxes and long boxes of comic books that are, Amazing Spider-Man, X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, Daredevil, Superman, Batman from the 60s. And there's either 100 books or 150 books or 200 books or sometimes 300 books, right? Randoms, not each graded, but they have pictures up and they list what they have. Sometimes they list what they have. Sometimes I have to contact them to give me a list or more pictures. And I usually end up making them a deal, and they usually end up accepting if it's a reasonable deal, and I end up buying lots that way. And it's a lot harder finding those kinds of lots. Recently, a lot of 43 Batman graphic novels. Comics and graphic novels. What is this? What do they got here? And you can look at the pictures. Usually I look at the pictures almost right away to see if I'm interested in any of these. Let's go see if we can find something better. Batman Year 1, 2, and 3 complete set. If we're looking for Batman lots, Batman, oh my god, this thing's being listed. Batman Who Laughs, first set appearance. Oh, this is the set. Teen Titans number 12, Metal number 2. Wow. Listing at $71. Crazy. Oh, this is supposed to be amazing. I picked up some issues, but I haven't got into it. Uber. Ren and Stimpy. 15 book. Lot of 5 Marvel comics. Runaways. Runaways Volume 2. What's this one? G.I. Joe Micro. Lot of 20 Marvel comics. So check this out. Let's see who's bidding on these. So someone with a high, and I usually, if there's people bidding on it, I look to see who the bidders are. If their ranking is high, right? This one 1500. It means it's going for the cheap. Okay. So if you're into G.I. Joe, there's 20 comic books that's ending in 2 minutes, being listed for $5, and so far it's going for $5.50. I'm in Canada, the shipping's $20, right? If you're in the States, the shipping's probably a lot less. Okay. So let's come back in 2.5 minutes to see how much this goes for. Okay. Do you have any interest in collecting graphic novels? You know what? Graphic novels, I bought some. I should have brought it here. I should have brought out some of my graphic novels. I just recently acquired a couple of graphic novels. One of them that I got was Scotty Young, the graphic novel, the issue number 1 to 10 that came out, the hardcover, signed and numbered, is limited to 500, and I ended up paying $75 for that. And I love I Hate Fairyland, right? It's the I Hate Fairyland Scotty Young signed and numbered, limited to 500. I bought that one, and that one cost me $75. I was happy to get it, right? And I've read I Hate Fairyland. I'm behind, I think, like 2 or 3 issues. The first 6 were absolutely amazing, and that got me hooked. Another a hard, it's not a, I guess you could call it a graphic novel, but it's not a graphic novel. It's bound comics. And I have Doctor Strange, the second series, from number 1 to 30, bound. What do you call it? They took bound comics is basically they take floppies and they do them. Someone decides to do this at some point. They bind them themselves, and they're beautiful hardbound copies. And I'll, if you guys are interested, I'll make another video, sort of ASMR format, and I'll show you guys some of the graphic novels. Just I've only picked up in the last few months. I think I've only picked up like 5 or 6 graphic novels. There's a couple more coming. I'm waiting for one more to come, which is the Lobo graphic novel, which is sort of a, yeah, it's like an omnibus. The Lobo graphic novel for sure. The I Hate Fairyland is basically an omnibus. The bound copies are sort of like omnibus, issue 1 to 30 in 2 volumes, and the Lobo one that's coming, it's Lobo the Last Zarnian, Lobo's Back, Lobo Paramilitary Special, Lobo Chains something, and I think Lobo Infanticide is in there as well, and I can't wait to get my hands on that, right? Even though I have all of those issues, right? And I'll definitely show you guys, maybe show you guys the graphic novels I've had in the last little while. Okay, let's see if did they sell. Oh wow, this thing sold for $5.50. So I don't know my GI Joes very well. I'm not sure if that's a good price or not. But if someone with a 1500 rating is buying 20 copies of G.I. Joe and Micronauts for $5.50, what are they? The Marvel comics up for auction are G.I. Joe number 29, 36 fine, 37 cover detached, oh not great, Spiral, international sales. So here's the shipping. Does this person say how much the shipping is? Each large lot of comics fits into a padded envelope which can ship. So it was $680 was shipping inside the United States. Okay, $680. Is this guy selling any more lots? See other lots. There's more lots that they have, and there's sellers on eBay that specialize in lots. They just sell lots, and I bought some lots off some of those lot sellers, and there's some. They're not usually the best deals in town. What I look for when I'm looking for these lots is either collectors selling their collection, and those are, you can get amazing deals on those. And that's what I'm looking for right now. Let's see, Heavy Metal, Book of Death. Or sorry, Death, the High Cost of Living. Superboy, Legion of Superhero. Buy it now, buy it now. Buy it now. Look at this. Let's kick this up too. And you can, down here on eBay, you can have more than just 50 listed. And let's do this. Let's go auctions. Just for auctions, ending sooner. Let's see if we can find any nice lots to bid on. It's a lot harder finding these lots. Really, it was so much easier in the past. So much easier in the past. I'm just checking back here to see if there's any additional comments. Oh, there's one here. Check this out. DC Comics Justice League Classified, number 1 to 40, 36 comics. Oh, this person's rating is really horrendous. Check this out. This person's only got 98.1% feedback rating, which isn't good, really. Let's see how many negative feedbacks they have. Oh yeah, look at this. Like, there's no way I would buy from the seller, right? In the last month, they got 6 negatives out of, they sold a total of, what is that, 39, 45 listings, and 6 of them were negative, which is horrendous, right? Very bad. So I wouldn't even buy, even if it was an amazing deal. Wow, took about 2 months and didn't even get 200 comics, about 70 comics short, 3 weeks. And you can take a look at the feedbacks, negative feedbacks, and this is important as well. They're all from different people, except for this one. This one's from the same person. Basically, 5 different people left a negative feedback for this person, so I wouldn't buy from this person, right? So let's get out of this one. we're out. What's this one? Mystery in Space. Nope. We want large lots. DC comic book lots. Number 2. Oh, this is MD. This is EC books. Yeah, these are EC books. 2 of them going for 29 bucks. What condition are they? They look to be not very good. Good, very good. Number 1 is fine. Number 3 is good. That's not bad. Who's bidding on this? Oh, horrendous feedback. It's a reseller, 2000 feedback. But look at this guy's feedback, 98.8, 98.7. Oh, but in the last 12 months, there's only one bad feedback, right? So I would still buy from this person because in the last 12 months, they only have one negative feedback, right? EC Comics. I'm always looking for EC Comics if they come up to me. Here's one. Lot of 30 silver bronze comics, coverless and or damaged. See pics. Let's see who's bidding on this. 4,500 feedback, right? Let's see what books they are. Oh, it doesn't even say. A few books are incomplete. Contact me if you have questions about individual titles. Note. All scans, photos are actual. I ship to Canada via UPS. There's a $1 surcharge for international shipping. Books are personal collection. Well, it's not even listed what books they are, so you have to look at these things individually. Jinx. 20,000 Leagues Under Sea. Total War. That's Superman. I don't know what issue that is. What's this one? Adam Strange. Moby Dick. They're all coverless. Well, some are covered. Oh, they got Cat. Oh, but that's not the Cat from the 19. But still, that's not bad. A lot of Archie. Oh, Manhunter. $10. Nah, I wouldn't bid it. This one I would be possibly inclined to bid, but I wouldn't because it's international shipping, right? And MD doesn't go over for very much when it comes to EC Comics. Let's look for lots. These aren't good lots. We want lots. Good lots. What is this one? Richie Rich Comics. Lot of 580 for 800 bucks. Yikes. Might be a good deal if you know your Richie Rich. I don't know my Richie Rich. What else we got? What else we got? Check this out. Wow, 6 True Believers. Wow, True Believers are selling. People are bidding on them. I've been reading a lot of the True Believers comics that have been coming out for the last couple of months. That's been a lot of my reading. Just reading some of these guys. Let's take a look. Like Marvel has been republishing a lot of the original comics. X-Men, Spider-Man, Hulk, and whatnot. And they're good reads. I'm not collecting them. I'm not bagging and boarding them. I'm just reading them, right? Hero for Hire. A lot of 12 comics for. Oh, this isn't the original run. This isn't the original run. Let's find some books. Lots. You know what? Let's narrow down our search. Comic book lot. Let's go Silver Age. Silver. Okay, so basically looking for Silver Age comic book lots in comics. Let's check it out. What would you What would be your favorite series of all time in comics? Favorite series of all time. Favorite series of all time. You know what? I'll give you one. I can't say it's my favorite series of all time because there's different genres I hit, right? But I'll give you a couple because the more I'm thinking about it, the more come up. But Transmetropolitan, absolutely amazing. Okay, this series, Transmetropolitan. My spelling's probably way off, but this series right here. Okay, Transmetropolitan. Okay, written by Warren Ellis. Okay, and Derek Robertson. This series is absolutely fantastic. If you like sci-fi, sort of, I wouldn't call it dystopian, I would call it cyberpunk. I guess it's cyberpunk. Is it listed as cyberpunk? Anyway, you can read the wiki page on it. It's absolutely fantastic. Okay, really, really fun read. The other one, Hellblazer. Hellblazer. Sandman in there as well, but Hellblazer I like more. This series went for 300 issues. I haven't read all of them. I've read half probably. It started off in 1988 and it ended in 2013. Absolutely brilliant series. It is. This series you can get on the cheap. Like if you go Hellblazer run, here let's do a Hellblazer lot. Hellblazer lot. And a few years ago, I have Hellblazer comics. A few years ago, I bought issue number 1 to 200 because all my Hellblazers were buried, and I wanted to read some of the ones that I knew, and I wanted to sample some of the other ones. I bought from issue number 1 to 200, and I think it was missing like 20 issues, and I bought them for about $1 each. Issue number 1 was included, right? Issue number 1 to 20 were complete in the run, and I bought it really on the cheap. So let's take a look at this. John Constantine Hellblazer number 1 to 112, DC Comics Vertigo, Modern Lot, missing number 26. Check this out. Right? Where's issue number 1? Is he for sure he has issue number 1 here? Yeah, there's issue number 1. Hey, where'd it go? Right? That's this issue right here. If you see it, right? Come on, zoom in. Oh, it doesn't get zoomed in more. Hey. Okay, so this issue right here, we can see right there on the top left, right? So he's got issue number 1, almost, how many issues? It's missing 2. So 110 issues for 75 bucks. Okay. What kind of condition? Average condition, very fine. So my guess is, so average condition basically means, some are near mint, some are below near mint. I'm guessing number 1, the early issues are not very fine. I'm guessing they're lower grade. But if you want an amazing read, you can buy 110 issues of one of the best comic book series ever printed, right? Please check my other auctions, more key books, graded comics, comic book sets runs. We're going to check this guy out. I do combine shipping if you win more than one item, USA only. So Canada, combined shipping is not offered to me. I only ship 1 day a week, Saturday. If you need your items sooner, please contact me. Thank you. Check out our profile page for additional details. So who are these guys? Okay, they're comic book seller or reseller of whatever it is, right? Their feedback is not 100%, so let's check it out. Let's check out they only have 2 negatives out of 1,000 basically in the last 2 months, in the last 12 months. So let's check out the negative feedbacks, right? Very unsatisfied with the seller purchase. Seller, what? Very unsatisfied with the seller. Okay. Incredible Hulk comic. McFarlane, $340, and this person paid $37. Rematch cover. Dark Hark, low run final issues. Dark Hark was definitely low run on the final issues. Definitely not near mint. Waste of time. Well, this guy is a reseller, right? He's looking for later issues which are hard to find of Dark Hawk. And he's assuming just because the seller listed it as near mint, they were going to be near mint. And if he's a reseller, the books are not near mint, he's not going to be happy, right? So this negative feedback, I would take with a big grain of salt. This negative feedback, it might be a legit negative feedback, but 1 negative feedback, or let's say 2 negative feedbacks out of 1,000, is not that bad. Let's look at the neutral. Item as described, slow shipping, poor communication. I don't really care about the slow shipping or poor communication. As long as the item was as described, I'm happy. Described as very fine near mint. Grading way off. Refunded my order though. So this is neutral, but the guy refunded the order, so it should be. Ah, Sandman. I got this comic. This is the first appearance of Death, by the way. This is from Sandman Comics. First appearance of Neil Gaiman's Death. For $20.50, he was trying to get it for very fine near mint. I don't know. I haven't sold any of my Sandman number 8s, right? So I would be willing to buy from this guy, right? And right now, this guy's selling the first 110 basically issues of Hellblazer for 75 bucks, which comes out to 75 cents a pop. I don't know how much the shipping is in the United States. Here, let me show you what it would be for Canada. In Canada, it's showing $20.93, right? I'm going to go .ca. I'm converting it from ebay.com to ebay.ca. Click. And for me, it would be, again, $21 for shipping, right? US. And then there would be an extra $14 in duties for me, right? So for me it would still be a good deal to a certain degree if I really wanted to buy this, right? So to answer your question, long-winded answer, Hellblazer is definitely an amazing series. Here's another one, Hellblazer comic, huge lot, over 100, right? So this guy's selling them for $200 Canadian, right? $156 US, free local pickup. This guy's in Ottawa, Ontario. So if you were in Ottawa, you could go pick these up, no shipping. So it would be a total of, well, $200. For me here, same number of comics would be, this is 75 plus 20, that's 95, plus another $14. So it's $110, right? So 110, let's say US. To convert to Canadian right now, $1 Canadian is 80 cents US. Let's say 78 cents. So I'm going to divide this by, let's say 79, 0.79. So that would be, that's it. What? 110 divided by, let's go 0.8. Doink. So for me, Canadian, this would be $140, right? For 110 issues. This one, it would be $200 for 100 issues. And let's see what he's got here. He's got 1 to 12. He's missing 13 and 14, which is unfortunate. He's missing 34, 33, 34. He's missing 40. So he's missing some of the earlier issues, right? And it goes all the way. There's huge chunks here. Is this over 100? Over 100 issues. So how many issues are there? This is going to be more than 100. All issues are very fine for that. If you want, why didn't he write the total number of issues? Okay, we're not going to count how many issues there are. You could count. Maybe this is a better deal. I don't know. And he's got 100% positive feedback rating. Yep. And he's only sold 9 books in the last 9 auctions in the last 12 months, right? You can take a look at this. Only 9 sold in the last 12 months. Okay. And take a look at his positive feedback. Someone bought Captain America 100 from him a year ago, right? The guy took the best offer, and you know, the guy's rating is 509 that bought it, and this is exactly as described, which is good. So he's selling some expensive books, right? And he's getting good feedbacks, right? Which makes that even more legit. Good seller. As far as I'm concerned. Let's see what else he's got up. See other auctions, other items. Sandman number 1, graded. How many? He only has 5 listings, so he's just a collector. 6 Gun. What's this one? Weird Mystery Tales. Flaming Carrot. Ashcan comic. 5 in total. Oh wow. This is the original. Exo Man of War number 4. He likes his Valiants as well, eh? Cool. Oh, DMZ is fantastic too. Um, if you ask me what are some of my favorite comics, DMZ, fantastic read. I haven't read all of it. I've read the first. I read this in trades, and one place you can read a lot of comics, where I read a lot of comics, where I have read a lot of comics, is your local library, right? DMZ, I've read the first, I think, 6 trades from the library, 6 or 7 trades from the library. Fantastic series, very good. I really liked it. Okay. Flaming Carrots, nice. Let's put this on our watch list too. Let's watch this guy too. Hey, Chycho Live. Oh, come on. Hey, where'd that go? Was it this one? Oh, I know why, because I went from ebay.com to ebay.ca. So let's put it here and add it to our watch list. Oh, come on. I don't want to log in again. Let's go.ca. And that went to my watch list. So it wasn't going to my watch list if I wanted to save it on my watch list, because I was on ebay.com, not ebay.ca. Okay, and if we go to my watch list, if you go to my eBay here, go to my watch list, boink. We got 2 books watching right now. Okay, there's another comment on here. I really want to read Hellblazer. I've heard so many good things about it. Yeah, it's fantastic. But if you start with number 1, give it a little time for it to grow. There's a lot of different writers that come on there. Some of the best writers in comics have come on there. Really, there's amazing writers that have worked on that series. If there's any series, comic book series, that anyone said, can you show me the best of the genre, best of the medium, I would grab Hellblazer and I would say, okay, you're gonna have to read this, but you can't just read 1 or 2 issues. You're gonna have to read 50 issues, right? Start with number 1 and read 50 issues, and then come back to me and let me know which ones you liked, what you loved, right, and what you didn't like, and then you can work from that and build your base from that, right? I would do the same with Transmetropolitan. With Transmetropolitan, I would tell them, read the whole thing. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Case Man, good evening. Yeah, I wouldn't mind reading the series. Yeah, Hellblazer is absolutely fantastic. One day I plan on starting from the beginning and reading all 300 issues, just doing a marathon on it, taking like probably a couple of weeks to do it, right? So we got some Hellblazer in our watch list. Okay. And we're still looking for comic book lots, eh? Man, I used to be able to find comic book lots a lot easier. What is this? Fantastic Four, 3 books, 21, 22, and 20. 21, 22, and 24. Let's pick this up. A lot of 50 DC Action Comics. Here we go. Let's check this out. Silver and Bronze Age. Let's see this. That's going pretty expensive, man. Fantastic Four is not going for a ton of money. Wait a second, why does he have Spider-Man and Batman listed here? Huh. So this person is just trying to get hits, saying Silver, it's Spider-Man and Batman, but this is Fantastic Four. So I don't know what he's saying. Let's see his other auctions. He's got other books on here. Ding, ding. He's got toys. Actually, this type of person is good for finding lots. I bought some amazing lots from people that are selling. They're like, basically, some people go to auctions and they buy things in auctions, and then they come on eBay and sell them on eBay. And sometimes there are, estate sales and stuff like that. There's comic books and estate sales, and there's a lot of people that go to estate sales, buy stuff, and come on eBay and sell them. And you can find comic book lots from these people, right? So let's check this out. Detective Comics, 53 books, right? Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four. How much is this one? $211 for Fantastic Four 17, 18, and 19? Really? Wow. Prices on Fantastic Four might be going up. Oh, they might be going up because Fantastic Four just was recently brought back into Marvel again, right? Check out this one. This is the Silver Surfer appearances. Jack Kirby. Well, Jack Kirby is the other ones too, but he's got some signed copies, milestone edition, graded copies. Oh, look at this one. 51 books, huge lots. Action Comics, 13 books. 11 books, Amazing Spider-Man. Let's open this one up too, right? Okay, let's go back to the top. Let's go back here. Okay, I'm gonna kill this one. So these ones are definitely sought after, right? Fantastic Four number 50. Does he have the other ones? 48? Does he have 48? Does he have 48? No, I don't think he has 48. Nope. Nope. He's listed it pretty high though. I don't think he'll go for that. Let's check out this one. $88 for 51 books, Silver and Bronze Age. What are the books? $377 to $559. And one thing you can do to find out what period the books are from is just look at the price tag. So for example, if you look at the price tag here, 15-cent books, right? 15 cent, 15 cent, 15 cent, 15 cent. 15 cent is going to be late 60s, early 70s, mid 70s, I think. 12 cent is mid 60s, early 60s. 25 cent is mid 70s. Okay, 20 cents is mid 70s. 10-cent books is golden age, right? 12-cent books can be golden age. I think so anyway. Right? So this doesn't look bad. Let's add this to our watch list. Oh my god, I'm on ebay.com again. Let's go ebay.ca so we can add it to our watch list. Maybe we'll just take a look at this. Keep track of it. I'll try to remember to keep track of it. This is Amazing Spider-Man, 11 books from number 71 to 87. Okay. And depending what condition they are, what condition are they? And he's listed the condition here: 4, 2.5, 3.5, 6.5, 7.5. So they're basically average, 4.5 or so, right? So 11 books. Is 11 books? 11 books from 71. They're going right now. They're selling anywhere between, divide this by 11. $11, $12 each, right? A little bit on the, for a lot sale, it's a little bit on the expensive side, based on the grade that they're at. One lot of 150 Silver Age, Marvel, and Indie comics. Take a look at this. Yikes. $1,100. What did they have here? You can get a pretty good scan when you do this. Right? They got Doctor Strange, Savage. This is expensive. We're out of here, that one. I didn't check out the individual titles. Let's close this one off too. Let's see who's bidding on this one. A lot of 70 DC Action Comics. They got 100% rating. These are 12-cent books, 12-cent books. Oh, there's some older Action comic books up top. Let's see. These are 15, 20-cent books. Do they have a list of what's being sold? Issues 338, right? So Action Comics 338 and 337. Here, let's do a search just for Action. Oh, it doesn't even have them listed in order. This guy. So 338, and then you got 322, right? 321. Right. Let's look up how much Action Comics 321 and 322 are going for. Okay. Let's see what others he's selling, and then we'll branch off this one, right? He's got a lot of lots. A lot of 37 low-grade Adventure Comics Silver and Bronze Age. Okay, so this guy is someone I would buy lots from. Okay, he's selling, what is he selling? Men's Boston Burns something. So he's selling other things than comics. So he's basically someone who's just getting their hands on some comic lots and getting rid of them, right? And there's active bids on what he's selling, right? So let's see this one. Adventure Comics, Adventure Comics, Adventure Comics. Here, let's go advanced search. We want Action Comics. Action Comics 321, right? So I'm going to Action Comics 321 and I'm just going to search for completed listings. There's Action Comics 321 and I think we saw that here. Let's go back here. Doink. Did we see that one? No, it doesn't have an order. We don't know what grade they're in. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Action Comics 321, World of Rage, Weakest Man in the World, sold for $8.49, right? So let's see what grade this was in. Condition is 6.5. Okay, so mid-grade comic sold for, here's the Action Comics 321 being listed. 4.5 is 15. Again, 4.5, 15. It doesn't say. Good, very good, $3 starting bid. 5.5, $18. Let's see if there's anybody bidding on this. Oh, let's just buy it now for $3.80, which is a good price, I think. Good, very good. Oh, it's my comic shop, so the odds are this is a stock image. And I bought some stuff from my comic shop, but I rarely buy from my comic shop. They're low grades, or in general, from what I understand, I've never bought low grades from them. They're not in really good shape. So let's assume this thing sells for around $5, right? And that was the lowest number that we could find in this lot. And you can assume the higher numbers, sometimes it might go a little bit higher, but usually the price comes down a little bit on them, right? So if you can get 70 books for $3 each, that would kick it up to 210 bucks. Let's see who's bidding on these, right? So there's a reseller, 4,500 ranking, 150 bucks they think it's worth. There's one person that's a collector in general. That's the way I assume, that's who I assume they are, with 298 ranking, kicked it up to $150, right? There's someone that's a major reseller at 7,000 ranking that was willing to pay $91 for this, right? So the odds are it's probably worth double that at least, right? Let's add this to our watch list. Is this .com? It's not going to go, so I'm going to change it to .ca. So that's one way I look at lots. And I do look at see who's bidding on them. And I do find lots that are buy it now as well, right? I go to buy it now. And I specifically look for best offers, okay? And if I think the lot is worth it, I send them a best offer. Vintage, Silver Age, Bronze Age of East Charlton Horror. Oh, the Charlton Horror books. Let's check this one out. And this guy's, check this out. I've never done this, but this person has a payment plan from $36 for 12 months. So you could pay them $36 every month and get this, right? The shipping is insane. $70. How many books is there? 79 pieces. Yikes. That's expensive shipping, eh? $70. How much would it be in the US? Did they even list it? No. Okay. So I do look for buy it now lots as well when they have, especially when they have best offer. Okay. Here's one. Silver Age Bonds, lot of 50, Our Army at War. I like to buy it now lots that are randoms, when they have random stuff placed in there. Fun. I love surfing for books. Vince. Peace out, brother. Thank you for hanging around. How long have you been doing live streaming for? What time is it? Oh my god, we're almost at 2 hours again, right? I use my comic shop for my bulk buys. Do you? Okay. I find they're pretty good, but uh, I'm not a precisionist. Yeah, either am I. I'm happy with fine and very fine grace. Yeah, me too, man. Perfectionist. That's right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Case Man. Thank you for popping by. Last I checked, 377 from 559 isn't 51. Yeah, the numbers. Cool. I'm going to have to peace out. Thanks for the stream, Chycho. Keep it going. I will, brother. I will, brother. Thank you very much. It's gotten dark here now, eh? Cool. So where are we at? That's about it. As far as now, I'm totally into looking for these lots, eh? Looking for lot buys. Check that out. When I get the funds, when I have a build up a little buffer for myself, I will come on here and do more searches for lot buys. Right now, I sort of tapped out buying this new computer, buying the cameras, buying the mic, so I've tapped into my comic book budget fund, right? Anyway, that's something I wanted to share. Hopefully, I covered everything, guys. If there's anything else you guys want me to check into, let me know. I gladly look into it, and we can definitely start. If I am going to load this on YouTube, so if there's comments being put on this video with people wanting to look into certain books, uh, certain deals on certain books, and maybe pricing out certain books, maybe we'll do that and come back and do another live session with looking for books for specifically those books and pricing them out and see if anything's a good deal. But again, one thing I do want to do is slowly really start linking this up with the mathematics videos and stuff like that, and taking a look at what happens if you start deviating from what the general I want to call it I don't want to call it propaganda, but it is propaganda of what people consider to be legitimate places that people invest their money. And usually a lot of places that people invest their money are either real estate or Wall Street. And to me, right now, both of those are insane places to be. So comic books is a good place to be, possibly to invest, or art and stuff like this. And there's art bubbles as well, man. Okay. One more comment, couple more comments. Good stream, man. I'll try and be here in the next one. Take care, Cryptic. Great stream. Thanks, brother. Thanks, Veracity. Thumbs up. Thank you very much, guys, for hanging around. It was a lot of fun. I love doing these, and I'm losing track of time. I'm sort of marking these as 1 hour, and I'm going 2 hours basically. Sort of get lost with the stream. Okay. Thanks for being here, man. Good night. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. And one more thing I want to mention, I'm going to do some random live streams as well, because what I want to do is slowly start incorporating live stream with some of the set videos that I do with mathematics and the food stuff that take a fair bit of prep time for me and sometimes take multiple takes. But what I'm going to do is basically start off really simple with the shorter videos I do. So I'm going to set up my camera and my mic, and I'm going to record as if I am an ASMR video without a live stream, but I'm going to have the live stream going, and those will pop up at random times, because when I'm in the mindset to do a video, I do a video. And basically the reason I'm doing that is because I want to share as much as I can. And one of the things I want to share is showing you guys how I end up creating things, because I've had some comments coming my way of what I use and how I go about creating this content. So I think creating the live streams and showing you guys how I end up setting my space up and what I need to do to get into the mindset that I need to get into to be able to create these videos. I think that'll be a good learning tool. And it'd be fun to do. Okay. That's it for now, guys. Thanks for the stream. It was a good time. Thanks, brother. It was fun from my end. Very, very much fun. Okay. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now. And sweet dreams if you're going to sleep. And good morning if you're waking up, depending on where you are.